If you guys are looking for a security camera, you may know that there are a lot of options out there. But in today's video, what we're going to be doing is I'm going to go over some of the more popular name brands of battery-powered security cameras. In this video, I'm just going to be covering 1080p cameras. We're going to be taking a look at the audio and video quality that each one provides to help you make a better decision on which one to get. So stay tuned. Hey everybody, welcome back to another video. So we're going to be going over battery-powered 1080p cameras. So I know there are other options out there. Eufy's got some 2K cameras and Arlo's got 2K and 4K cameras. If you guys are looking for something better than 1080p cameras, then I would probably have to say that the Arlo Ultra is going to be the best one out there as far as video quality. I mean, it's a 4K camera and has all of the bells and whistles that Arlo provides. But not a lot of manufacturers do 4K, so I figured let's compare all of the 1080p cameras out there. So in today's video, we're taking a look at the Ring Stick-Up Cam. We're taking a look at the Arlo Essential, the Eufy Cam 2C, and then also the Blink Outdoor Camera. With each of these systems, I'm just gonna quickly go over the things I like and don't like about each one because I don't wanna make this video too long. If you guys wanna see more in-depths, you can check out my video list up above of more in-depth videos on each one of those. My primary focus with this video right here is just to give you guys some demos of what these cameras are capable of. I also want to thank everybody who is supporting me on Patreon. It truly means a lot to me. Now, before we get started, don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on future videos like this one. Since this video is going to be kind of long, I just want to mention that I'm going to have a timeline down below so you guys can skip around in the video if there are sections you don't want to see. With that said, let's get started. Okay, so I want to start off by talking about Ring because it's probably the biggest name out there. And that's primarily because they spend the most money on marketing. I don't know about you guys, but I see Ring commercials all the time. Now, some things I really like about the Ring ecosystem is I really like their app and the integration within their app. They've got so many different products other than cameras. They've got security systems, light bulbs, porch lights, video doorbells. They've just got a ton of product that just all integrate with each other seamlessly through the app. I also really like the timeline that Ring uses. So you can scroll through the timeline and see everything that's been happening with the recordings of your camera. Now, one of the biggest cons for me is that Ring does require a subscription. It's $3 a month per camera, or you can spend $10 and that's going to cover your entire system. There's no way of getting around that. I've had people comment saying, well, you can still do a screen recording. So if you bring up a live view, you can start recording your screen. And that's actually not true because I tried to do that a little while ago. I was like, I'll just do a screen recording and just get this footage so I don't need to sign up for the subscription. When I tried to do that, it actually threw up an error saying that it would not do a screen recording on my phone. So whatever they've done, they've completely blocked any of that out. So you do have to have a subscription if you do want to get any of the recordings from the Ring system. The next system I want to talk about is Arlo. So this is the one I started out with. It's the one I'm most familiar with. I really like the layout of their app. Also, it's got everything just broken out per camera. So you're going to select the camera that you want to either see a live view or bring up the settings. And it's just gonna have everything listed for you per camera. You can set up different cameras to record at different times or turn certain cameras off depending on the mode that you're in. I did a video on how to set up modes because it is a little tricky. I can link that above for you guys to check out if you want to know more about it. One thing I don't like about the Arlo system is that they're kind of in between you needing a subscription and not. So they don't require you to have a subscription, but they lock a lot of their features behind their subscription. So it's highly recommended that you get the subscription. They do offer for you to be able to record your clips locally to their base station, but that process is so clumsy and just a big pain in the neck that I hate using it. They don't let you download any of the thumbnails, so you have no idea what is going on per clip. You have to actually click on each one, which just makes it a giant pain to deal with. So if you do want the best experience with Arlo, I do recommend picking up a subscription. Next up are the Eufy cameras. Now, Eufy took a page from Arlo when they set up their app. They're very similar apps. you get to see all the cameras broken out, and you can select each one to view the settings or click on it for live view. One of the best things about the Eufy system is that there are no subscription fees. Everything is going to record locally to its base station, and you're going to be able to view everything from the app. I have been using Eufy cams for quite a while now, and I've been really happy with them. My only complaint, if I had to even pick something, is they don't have a 4K camera. But I mean, that's not really anything to complain about. Everything that I've dealt with Eufy, as far as the app side, has been fantastic. Okay, lastly, I wanted to talk about Blink and the Blink cameras, also owned by Amazon, like Ring. So Ring and Blink are both owned by Amazon, if you weren't aware of that. Blink used to be a good camera system and something that I would have recommended for people if they would have bought it prior to April of last year. Because in April of last year, what Blink did is they stopped offering free cloud storage, and they started forcing you to either subscribe to their cloud service to view any of your recordings, or the system actually came with a module that allowed you to connect a USB drive to that module. But if you wanted to view any clips that were being saved locally, you had to pull out that module, put it into a computer to view anything. So you couldn't view anything from the app, which is just a really big disadvantage. I mean, if you're gonna get a security camera, you're gonna be able to wanna view the footage from the app in case you're not home, not pull out that card every single time. If you had a Blink account prior to April, then you are grandfathered into their free cloud storage. So just keep that in mind, that if you are new to Blink, you are gonna have to sign up for their subscription, which is going to be $3 a month, just like Ring. All right, now that I have briefly covered all of these companies, let's take a look at the footage and see what kind of quality we're gonna get out of each one of these. One thing that I did wanna mention before we jump into that is that with the Ring camera, I did mess up in the recording. It is actually two different recordings, so there is gonna be a 5-second blank spot. Just to let you guys know that it is my fault because it was broken up into two different recordings. I didn't have the recording long enough. So with that said, let's take a look at these demos. Hey everyone, we are testing out all four of these cameras. It is a beautiful spring day, nice and bright out here, but I want to go through each one of these and give you guys an audio experience of each one. So right now we are listening to what the Ring sounds like. So that's Ring. Now we're going to jump over to Arlo. So here is what the Arlo camera sounds like. Next up, we have the Eufy camera. So this is what the Eufy camera sounds like. And then lastly, we've got the Blink camera. So this is also the Blink camera. I'm moving around a lot, so that way these cameras don't shut off on me. But what they look and sound like from about, let's say, 8-10 feet away. All right, now this is what the camera looks like now that the sun has gone down and the light isn't as harsh as it was earlier, but this is what it looks like for me being about 10 feet away. And now if I walk up, this is me a little bit closer. You probably won't have your cameras this close to somebody, but to give you an idea on the quality of what these cameras can do, this is what it looks like. All right, so now that I think about it, let's go ahead and get some demo shots of me actually going all the way back. I'll go about 20 feet. And we'll test out the mics too to see how well the mics work on each of these cameras right here. So here I am about 20 feet away. This is what all of the different cameras look like. Probably going to do full screen just to show you guys what each of these cameras look like, filling up the entire screen. So you guys can get an idea of how the quality is between all of these cameras. All right, here is what the cameras will look like at nighttime, but I will say it is a little deceiving because I am looking at 4 cameras right now that all have their IR sensors right on. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to turn the cameras around so we're just getting one at a time and you can see what it looks like with its native IR sensors. So let's go ahead and take a look at one camera at a time. All right, we're starting out with the Ring camera. So this is what the Ring camera looks like at nighttime. About 10 feet away right now. I'm going to back up so you can see how well the IR sensors work. All the way back here to 20 feet. But this is what the Ring camera looks like at night. All right, now we're taking a look at the Arlo camera. So this is the Arlo camera. I'm about 8-10 feet away. We're going to back up and take a look at what the Arlo camera looks like. about 20 feet away right now, but this is what the camera looks like back from 20 feet. What do you guys think? All right, taking a look at Eufy now. So this is the Eufy camera. Let's back up and see what it looks like. We've got all the way 20 feet back here, but that is what the camera looks like, all the way from 20 feet here to about 4 feet. What do you guys think? All right, last but not least, we've got the blink camera. So I'm going to back up for blink. That's what it looks like from 20 feet away. But this is just an idea of what the blanket camera looks like. What do you think of this one? Well, we can't do a night shot without testing the spotlights on these cameras. So this is the Arlo camera right here. We're testing it out with the built-in spotlight on the top. So here I am at 20 feet and walking all the way up to about 5 feet away. This thing is extremely bright and I think would scare away most people who saw this thing shining in their face. All right, and last but not least, we're testing out the Eufy cam with spotlight. So this is what it looks like from about 5 feet away. Let's back up to 20. That's what the camera looks like from 20 feet all the way to 5 feet. All right, what did you guys think of the demos? If you currently have one of these cameras, how did it compare to the demos that I'm getting from my cameras? Let me know in the comments below. Now, after taking a look at each individual demo and comparing them side to side on my big screen before it gets downsized by YouTube, because the quality that you're seeing is probably not as good as what I'm seeing with the raw footage on my computer, I would have to say that there are two winners in this test right here. Now, for me, I thought the blink was pretty bad. The field of view, having it cropped in more, was not a favorite, and I thought the image was kind of blurry. Now, taking a look at the Ring demos, I thought those were just okay. Now, if you heard the audio was trash on that one. I didn't like it at all, which just leaves us with Eufy and Arlo. Now, comparing those two together, I think that Arlo came out on top. I really liked its night view. I thought its night vision was just far superior, especially with the color night vision, and the audio was just so much better. Now, the audio on the Eufy is really good, but it sounds a little tinny, like they just jacked up the volume really loud on it. It doesn't sound as good, where with Arlo, it sounds like I'm using the mic that I'm using here in the studio. It had a nice sound to it, a nice good bass. I was actually just as impressed with the audio as I was the video for the Arlo. But the one big drawback of Arlo for me is that you have to have a subscription to unlock all of the features, which with the Eufy cam, which is very similar to Arlo, is subscription free. Once you buy the camera, that's it. You're not paying any more for Eufy. So that's why, to me, both of these cameras come in as a tie for first place. Arlo is better, but you're gonna have to pay at least $3 a month for the subscription fees, or you can pay $30 a year. Where Eufy, once you purchase it, you're done. You don't have to worry about any more charges. But what were your thoughts on the demos? Which one did you like the most, and which one did you think was the worst? Let me know in the comments below. If this video was helpful, give it a thumbs up. Let me know that you liked it. I'd love to thank my Patreon supporters for everything that you guys do for me. If you guys would like to support me on Patreon, take a look at the link below. Don't forget to subscribe, and thank you for sticking with me to the end. See you guys in the next video.